to my channel. My name is Roxanne, the Tiny Taster, and today's recipe is a really simple Parsi one. It's called Kaju Chicken. Now this one is really a no-brainer. It's super simple and easy to make. I think the only tip I would give you is to make sure that you make a paste out of the cashews or the kaju and not cashew milk, which is kind of what I did. You'll see in the video. I'm also going to leave some notes, so I'll link that down in the description box below, so make sure to check that out. Kaju chicken predominantly is white in color, but I've used a traditional Parsi recipe that I found in old cookbooks, and I know people who use this method as well. So mine is not completely white. It's got a little pale orange or red from a chili. So if you don't want that and you want it really white like safed chicken, you can just eliminate the chili. But like I said, I'll put all the notes down in the description box. If you like this recipe, as always, remember to like it, share it with your friends, leave me a comment, and of course subscribe to the channel. That's the most important part. So without any further ado, let's get cooking.
For this recipe, you're going to need some chicken pieces. I've used just chicken legs. You could use any. You'll need some red chili and cumin seeds that you're going to grind into a paste. You'll need some cashew nuts, which you'll soak in water and also grind into a paste. Some ginger garlic paste, tomato ketchup, sugar, salt, and you'll need some sliced onions. First things first, you want to marinate the chicken in the ginger garlic paste and some salt. Just rub it and massage it all in together. Let it sit for about 20 minutes, and in the meantime you can get started on your pastes. You want to grind your cashew nuts in a little bit of water into a nice thick paste. I made the mistake of putting too much water. I ended up with cashew milk rather than a paste, so don't do that. And then you'll also need to grind your chili and cumin seeds into a thick paste with a little bit of water as well. To a pot, you want to add some oil along with your sliced onions. To these onions, you will add a little bit of sugar and try and get them nice and caramelized, and you'll cook them till they turn a nice golden brown color. Once the onions have cooked, add in your marinated chicken and let it sear on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes, or at least till it catches some color. Add in your red chili paste, which is basically your red chili and cumin that you've ground. If you notice, mine is really watery, but I just didn't want to add too many chilies. I made the mistake of adding too much water, so don't do that. Try and make your paste a little bit thick if you can, but if it's runny, it's no problem. Add in some salt along with some water, as much as you'd like, just to make a gravy, and then cover this and let the chicken cook for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, you'll notice that the chicken has started to almost tear off the bone and come apart. That's when you know that the chicken is cooking nicely. At this stage, add in your tomato ketchup. I've just used one of those sachets that I get from takeaway food. You could put in a little bit more if you like. Parsi food is always a tad bit sweet, so you did notice that we added sugar earlier. The tomato paste also adds sweetness. Now your main ingredient is the cashew paste, so add that in. As you'll notice, mine, like I said, was liquidy, and then I realized that I didn't grind it properly. You can see all the residual bits at the end. So I would suggest that you grind this completely, or if you're lazy like me, I just added it into the chicken to give it a little bit of depth. I just don't mind the chunky pieces. I feel like it gives the gravy a little bit of character. But I would suggest for a smoother gravy without any sort of bits in it, you should just grind it into a thick paste. It'll also thicken your curry or your gravy. Cover the chicken and let it cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. So in total, we've cooked this chicken for maybe 25 to 30 minutes. I always feel like chicken on the bone needs to cook for that long, just so that it stays completely cooked and it's not raw or undercooked at all. And this is really it. This is your Kaju chicken. You would serve this with rice or with chapati or bread or roti, whatever you'd like. Very simple. It's not spicy at all despite the chili, but if you wanted it really super white in color, as I mentioned, just don't make the chili paste. You can just add a little bit of cumin or maybe even cumin powder to your chicken and your cashew paste. So I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. If you have, as always, please give it a big fat like, comment on the recipe, subscribe to the channel. There's so much more coming up. And let me know if there's any recipe you'd like me to try. So I will see you guys very, very soon.